Why is my child crying, you might ask? Because this container is not open and in his hands right now. I can't open it with one hand. It's too sticky. Ready, Ben? Do you want some? You just had some on your hand and you tried to eat it. No, I hold it. Here. Oh, you ripped it. That's okay. Daddy will use that toilet paper. I had to move the toilet paper the wrong way because someone's over here swatting at it. So this way, if he rolls it, it's not unrolling everywhere like that. Are you out? Now that you've destroyed the bathroom, you can get out? Your face is so messy, Benji. Where are you going, kid? Thanks for the hug, buddy. Yeah. Baby cow. Good afternoon, Vlogmas. I had all these intentions of doing all this filming today because we actually had stuff going on. Nope. I know, Benji, right? So Jax was difficult this morning, getting out the door, going to school, and then I ran a little late, only a little late, getting ready to leave the house, and just before we leave, I like to change Benji's diaper. Oh God, I gotta change his diaper before I leave again, actually. Okay, so I'd like to change his diaper before we leave the house, and of course he pooped and it was like up his back. It got under my fingernail. I've been doing this for forever. I worked daycare. I was a nanny to infants. Like, very rare that I get poop up my fingernail. The wipe slipped out of my hand and yeah. Anyway, so that took a little longer than expected to get out the door originally. We had to run to my dad's and drop something off, and I had intentions of going to drop off my donation stuff. That didn't happen. So we came straight to the county farm, which we used to come to as kids, and now not so much Jax right now because he's at school, but Benji is doing a program there where they get to play, and then they take a wagon ride, and then they get to go feed the animals, and I was going to do some filming because it's just really cute. I had a PTA meeting scheduled at the same time, so I couldn't go to the PTA meeting, so I was doing it on Zoom, and Kyle called me, and I accidentally answered the phone instead of ignoring it, which then turned, I exited out of Zoom in a way when I answered the phone call, and for some reason, my phone, no matter what app I'm using, will not sustain a Zoom call if I go into another app. So I got booted out of the meeting, and then I couldn't get back in. You need to, it's one of those where you need permission to enter, and the person who was running the Zoom part, because they were all in person, I was just listening on Zoom with a couple other people. The lady whose phone it is the PTA president, and she was running the rest of the meeting, so she was not monitoring to let me back in. So the last time I looked at my phone, it was at 65% or maybe 50-something%. All right, fine. We get on the tractor ride, and my phone, I felt my phone buzz, and I was like, I don't know why it just vibrated. It turned off. So the only reason my phone does that is when it is really cold, it kills the battery. So I turn the phone back on, and the battery's at 18%, it drops immediately to like 16%, and it eventually just turns itself off again. Okay, I brought my charging cord, knowing that I was going to be on Zoom. It would use up all my battery. I know, right, Benji? I can't believe it either. So I can't find my charging cord. I know I took it out of the car because my phone was still plugged to the cord. When I just took the phone out of the car, I unplugged it from the car, and my cord is gone. Also, couldn't find one of my mitts. That was gone. I looked and I didn't see it on the ground anywhere from where we were standing, so I figured, okay, it's either on the ground or it's still in the car. Find it on my way out. I found the mitt in the car eventually, but my phone, I couldn't charge it. I did eventually find, I have a little short cord that, I don't know what it came with actually, but I was able to plug that into my battery briefly. It didn't help though. But I walked around, couldn't find my cord anywhere. I made, I think I took a picture yesterday, the two teachers some fingerless mitts that is the first project that I use in my Learn to Knit class at the adult ed program that I teach. So I had given them that, and while I was talking to them, I said, I lost my mitt, I lost my phone cord, I gotta go look for it. I didn't find it. As I'm like not finding it in the car, on the ground around the car, one of the teachers comes running over. I've got your cord! Like waving in the air, screaming. I was like, I was just gonna come back and look for it because I know it's here somewhere, and I can't charge my phone if I don't have that cord, because I have to go to BJ's and pick up my groceries. I have to check in on the app, which I can't do if my phone is dead. So thankfully we got that back, but we're gonna move on. We're gonna go take a little detour before we go get the groceries to Long Island Yarn and Farm, because I won one of the, not one of the door prizes, but one of the raffle baskets from purchases. When you make a purchase, every $10 you spend, you get raffle tickets. So I put in raffle tickets for a few things. I let Jax pick one thing to put a raffle ticket in. His choice was the basket that was a farm tour for 2 and some other little goodies in the bag. I think he just saw the toys, little like stuffed llama or something in the bag, and that's what he wanted. So he didn't, but I won a prize. I guess we'll dig into it when we get it. Let's go get it though. It's right, Long Island Yarn Farm is right down the block from this farm. This is the county, this farm is owned by the county, and Tabitha, who owns Long Island Yarn Farm, actually used to work here, I think maybe full-time, but she still works here doing some programs. So sometimes you'll see, if you saw in the spring the baby goats being born live during her live stream, this is where it was. We watched that live. And sometimes she does, this is where she does her vet tech program too. So it's a great place to go. We'll see you in a few. What are you guys doing in the ball pit?
I got a lot.
That's okay. Pick them up and throw them back in, or you could just leave them there for now.
I can watch it.
Benji, how do you feel about the ball pit?
I feel good in the ball pit.
What are you going to do in the ball pit, Jax?
Just play.
Benji's just sweeping the balls around. Let me see what you're going to do, Jax.
Daddy?
Yeah. Look, Benj. Oh, I missed. All right, slam dunk.
Daddy? Yay. I want the ball pit. I never did it since I was 4 months old. Yes.
Oh, Jax is getting buried under all the balls.
I
let's hope this keeps them busy for a little while. Hey guys, long time no check-in today. I don't even know where the day went. After I picked up my prize, Benji and I went and grabbed our groceries and came home, and I unpacked the groceries and then basically was out the door again. Kyle ran and picked up Jax, and then we had to go back to the library to pick up a project that wasn't ready yesterday. He apologized to the librarian for not listening yesterday and then proceeded to not listen again. So we came home and the kids actually played really great. I set up that ball pit for them and it kept them pretty entertained for a while. And then I had a spontaneous phone call with the other class parent from Jax's class about everything I missed in the meeting and what we wanted to do. And that's when Jax started acting up again. Not too bad. Mostly it was Benji crying because he wanted to be held. But they actually did really great at dinner. And then we went upstairs to my grandmother's part of the house. And my cousin is visiting from Florida. So we were hanging out with her for a little bit. And Jax got a little wild. And I was like, forget it. We're done. We're going to bed. And yeah, he pretty much went to bed early. And then I had a repeat of my library program from yesterday. The lady was doing the same program at another library. And I convinced my dad to do it too. Because he is definitely a gardener. And I caught up on whatever I missed and took screenshots of her slides so that I remember everything. So that was good. All right, so let's get to it. I have not knit a single stitch all day. All day. I can't wait to get in bed after I film this and get a little knitting done, I hope. I'm not sure if that's going to happen. First, let's open my advent calendar. Today is a thorn bush. Interesting. Let's see what it is. I feel like the colors are kind of going in a gradient right now in a way. Ooh, oh, ooh. Sorry, you didn't get to see it. The camera's kind of picking it up. My lighting is terrible. I can't tell if it's a slight blue or a slight green, like a teal maybe. But that's a departure from the other colors. It's been very purpley undertones lately. So that's interesting. Putting it right back in the box. All set and ready to get put back in its little storage spot. I thought right now, before checking out my prize from this weekend, I would go through what we purchased when we were at Long Island Yarn and Farm. Oh, that wasn't this weekend. That was last weekend. So we actually made 2 trips through the store. Yes, because when we ran into my friend Susie and her daughter Jax wanted to go through the store again. So my purchases, all of the skincare stuff was on sale. So I got 3 of the little lanolin lippies. I got 2 more salves, but this is the stuff I love. I got honey almond, which is my favorite, and coconut, which is the scent Jax picked out. And then I purchased 2 more soaps. I got unscented with cracked oats. I don't think I've ever gotten the unscented. And lavender, of course, because Jax's favorite color is purple. This is the one he picked out. It smells so divine. I love lavender. So then, while we were walking around the second time, that's what I bought. While we were walking around the second time, Jax, of course, had to get llama pens. He wanted a rainbow one and a purple one. So these are his 2 llama pens. I told him I would buy him one and he could buy the other one, and I will put it in his Christmas stocking. I don't know which one's going in his Christmas stocking. We'll see. He's totally completely forgotten about them, of course, even 5 minutes after buying them. So then we had seen the felted soap, so I thought maybe that would be a good Christmas present for him to make for some people. So he picked out, shocker, lavender soaps, 2 lavender soaps for 2 of his Christmas presents. And then I told him I didn't want to buy the felted soap kits because I know how to make felted soap, and I have like plain, I have white roving, and I have a brown fleece that's uncarded, and probably other stuff around that we can use for the base. And then I let him pick 4 colors of the little merino bumps. So the felted soap kits, I don't think were on sale. So it turned out to be, this costs slightly more to get all the supplies and the 2 soaps than buying 1 felted soap kit, I think. Or maybe it's slightly more than buying 2 felted soap kits. I don't remember, but either way, we got a lot more fiber, and we'll do something with it. Said every crafter ever, and then they accumulate everything in the world. But so of course he picked 2 purples and 2 blues. Blue is my favorite color, and that was his reasoning, even though these aren't for me, but that's okay. So that's what we bought that got us our raffle tickets. So now we're going to open the prize basket. So I don't remember what's in here. They took the label off. I think the label was actually, the description was written on the paper bag that you put the tickets in. So I like the basket itself. I think I'm actually going to open my advent calendar yarns and put them in there so they can get out of the boxes, and I can kind of like look at them. Sorry for the crinkling. I can look at them all together, and I'll have to label them first. I might have to grab some cardstock to label them. So let's see. First, we've got some Long Island Yarn and Farm yarn. It says American LIYF, which is one of her yarn lines. A description. Okay, this says Farm to Yarn Collection. Follow your arrow farm. So that is, I think, the name of the base. So it was a collaboration, or maybe just from Follow Your Arrow Farm. Maybe not a collaboration between the 2 of them in terms of fiber sharing. So the color is natural gray, and it is a fingering weight, 400 yards. And they're recommending 8 stitches per inch on a US 1 to 3. So it is intended to be socks. So, oh, important to note, do not agitate, lay flat to dry. Hand wash only. So socks, maybe for me. This is a very special yarn. So I think it's going to be for me. I'll have to try to get some good pictures tomorrow in daylight, since it is forever late now. Okay, we have Long Island Fleece and Fiber Fair 2019 stitch marker from 7th Floor Yarn. Not gonna lie, this is part of why I wanted to win this basket. And I could totally just bought this. Well, I'm assuming I could buy this pattern and not just as a kit, but it's a tiny alpaca kit, and I feel like I just need a tiny alpaca. Or a little tiny alpaca Christmas tree ornament. So it's from, oh gosh, I can't remember her name. Anna, it starts with an H, but she does Mochi Mochi Land. Or yeah. And there's the supplies. And it's even got little stuffing. So that's going to be fun. I'm going to love making this. I've never actually made one of her designs. So I'm really looking forward to this, because I always want to get one of the kits when I see them at places. So, and I just haven't. Okay, we have 3 envelopes. First one is the Charade Brioche video sweater class from Patty Lyons. It is a free registration for that class. I don't think I knew that when I put in for it. I knew there was a Patty Lyons class. I don't think I knew that it was for anything, a specific one. We'll check that out. I've done some of Patty's video sweater classes before. I think 2 of them. So there's that. And then there is a $25 coupon for designs by Kate Atherley on Ravelry. And I can't remember if I've ever knit a Kate Atherley pattern, but I do follow her on social media. So I have seen a lot of her things. And then this one is the sampler blanket by Lisa Hoffman Knits. She does a lot of patterns, I think, for Tabitha's Farm. 30 squares, 30 stitch patterns. Ooh, man. Gotta make sure I don't get that coupon code in there. All right, so that is my happy little basket that I won. All right, that's it for tonight. It is day 7 of Vlogmas, and I have yet to edit a single video. That's how this has been going. So, all right, let's go knit a little bit in my room in bed.